Problem number 3 from exercise. Specific latent heat of vaporization of water is. So latent heat of vaporization is given. Calculate energy needed to change 5 gram of water into steam at 100 degrees Celsius. So latent heat is quantity of heat needed for change of state of unit mass of substance. So latent heat of vaporization is given. Mass is given here. It is 5 gram that we converted into the kg. Then quantity of heat is mass into latent heat. Only we have to do the multiplication to get the answer. After doing this multiplication, we get answer. The latent heat required to convert water into steam is 1.13 into 10 raised to 4 joule. Question number 4 from exercise. A metal sphere cools at the rate 0.05 degrees Celsius per second. Now it is given d theta by dt. Or instead of theta, we can use T also, dt upon dt. When temperature is 70 degrees Celsius, T is 70 degrees Celsius, and the rate, and this is second rate of cooling, d theta by dt second. So this is first, this is second. When temperature is, this is T2, this is T1. Determine temperature of surrounding. Temperature of surrounding means Ts we have to find out. Also find out rate of cooling when the temperature of metal sphere is 40 degree. T3 is 40 degree. Now here, let's see here, T1 is 70 degree, dt by dt. So instead of theta, here they use capital T for the temperature. It's okay, no problem. 0.05 degrees Celsius. This is the first case. Second case, so when temperature is 50 degree, that time rate of cooling is 0.025 degrees Celsius per second. And third temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. And that time we have to find out how much is dt by dt. The third rate of cooling we have to find out. So at this 40 degrees Celsius, we have to find out this rate of cooling dt by dt. As well as we have to find out temperature of surrounding means T0 or Ts also we can write for that. Then by Newton's law of cooling, dt by dt directly proportional to T minus T0. So T is the temperature and T0 is the surrounding temperature. Temperature of body minus surrounding temperature. C is a constant of proportionality. We can use K for that also. Now the formula we have to use for the case number 1. So by this case, we can write this dt by dt is 0.05 is equal to C. T is means T1 is 70 and T0 we have to find out. So this is the equation number 1 we get. Similar manner for case 2 we can write the equation number 2. So it is 0.025 is equal to C. Here it is 50 minus T0. Equation number 2. As well as by using this third also we can write the third equation also by using these two. So dt by dt3 is equal to temperature is equal to C into temperature 3 minus T0. This temperature 3 is 40. Sorry, here I can write 40 also. So 40 minus T0, equation number 3. So now by using this equation 1 and 2, we find out C, and that C we have to substitute. This C we have to substitute in this formula. Equation number. If we substitute C, we get this one. Rate of cooling we get. How we find out C? Take the ratio of these two. Then if we taken the ratio, then we can get T0 we get. Okay, find out T0. So this one, and then substitute that T0 in equation 1 or equation 2. Okay, let me find out this one first. So it get cancelled. So 0.05 divided by this one, and we can do the cross multiplication and we find out. So here we get 0.05 divided by 0.025 is equal to 70 minus T0 divided by 50 minus T0. So it is 50, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It is a 50 by 20, 50 by 25 means 2 by 1 is equal to 70 minus T0 divided by 50 minus T0. We do the cross multiplication. Then here 2 into 50 minus T0 is equal to 70 minus T0. 100 minus 2 T0 is equal to 70 minus T0. So that we can transfer this 70 to this side. So 100 minus 70 is equal to minus T0 plus 2T0. So here it is 30 is equal to T0. So we get room temperature and it is 30 degrees Celsius. T0 is equal to 30 degrees Celsius. So one answer we get. Then that T0 we have to substitute in equation 1 or equation 2 by equation 1. So by equation 1, 0.05 is equal to C 70 minus 30. It is 70 minus 30 is 40. 40C. So C is equal to 0.05 divided by 40 is the value of C. And that value of C we have to substitute in equation 3. By equation 3, so dt by dt, this is third one, is equal to 0.05 divided by 40 in a bracket 40 minus T0 is 30. So 40 minus 30 is 10. 10 into 0.05 is 0.5. So 0.5 by 40. So it is 1 by 80. So 1 by 80 you can solve, you will get the answer. It is 0.01. Then 20 is 1, 2. This is degree Celsius per second. This is the answer for this one. dt by dt, the third one. As well as you can see the printed answer also. So this is the first one. For first case, we are written this. We get equation number 1. For second case, we are written this. After substituting, we get the second equation. Now, by using 1 and 2, we can find out T0, dividing equation 1 by 2. So we get T0 is equal to 30 degrees Celsius. Now substituting T0 in equation 1. So we can find out C. And C is 0.05 divided by 40. Oh, sorry. Something is printing mistake when we done it. So C we get. As we get C, then we can write the case 3, the formula 3 for these two. And it is C is 0.00125. T3 is 40 minus 30. It is 10 into this one. So I think right, we get the same answer. So this is the third rate of cooling. is the question number 6. In olden days, while lying the rail for train, small gaps are used to left between two rail section to allow for thermal expansion. Suppose the rails are laid at room temperature 27 degrees Celsius. If maximum temperature in the region is 45 degrees Celsius and the length of each rail section is 10 meter, what gap should be given that? And the linear expansion is given here. So you know that it is the first railway track, and this is a railway rail. So generally we are keeping gap between these two. So this is a 10-meter long. Why we are keeping a gap between two railway rails? Because when the temperature increases due to this heat, then it expand as the railway rails made from this iron. So the expansion for this coefficient of expansion is 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 5 per Kelvin is given here. Now alpha is given here. And how much it expand if it is a 10 meter and the temperature is 45 maximum and minimum here 27, means 45 minus 27 is the rise in temperature here. So you have to use the formula of alpha. So L2 minus L1 divided by L1, rise in temperature, we can use delta T or delta capital T. So this is the formula, and this formula we have to use. So here see, temperature 1 27, temperature 2 45, length 1 is 10 meter, alpha is this, and we have to find out a change in length. So L2 minus L1 we have to find out. So L2 minus L1 is equal to L1 alpha delta T. Means delta T means T2 minus T1. Now let me substitute the values. After substituting the values, we get change in length is 2.16 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. This is the increase in length. So that much gap we have to maintain between the two rails, 2.16 mm. I hope everyone understood. This question is similar to the previous question which we saw. It is similar to that volume expansion, but here we find out the change in the length. Instead of change in volume, we find out change in length. Now next question. It is question number 7. A blacksmith fixes iron ring on the rim of the wooden wheel of bull cart. The diameter of the wooden rim and the iron ring are 1.5 meter and 1.47 meter respectively. At room temperature of 27 degrees Celsius, to what temperature iron ring should be heated so that it can fit the rim of the wheel? Alpha for iron is given here. So you have to find out temperature 2. So temperature 1 is given and temperature 2 you have to find out here. So this is a length of